Hello, how you doing? Welcome back to some more Football Manager 2023 and another part of the Journeyman with Chester. Today we take on my hometown, South Shields, before taking on Havant and Waterlooville in the FA Trophy quarter-final. We're getting towards the latter stages of that tournament, potentially our first trophy of the series. We'll see how it goes, but it could potentially happen. It's going to be a tough game away from home, but we'll give it our all. Since you were last with me, we have changed tactic because we really were struggling last time you saw me when we lost against Chesterfield. Well, we continued that poor form with a bad match against. What's happened here? Are we back? Are we still rolling? I think we're still rolling. We followed that with a bad match against Carlisle. We did draw 2-2. We salvaged a point out of it, but it wasn't great. And then we just scraped past a Vanarama National North side, filed 3-2 in the FA Trophy. We continued our poor form, though, and lost 1-0 to Aldershot. And that kind of brought me to the conclusion we needed to change tactics. So that's what we did. And I'll show you that in a minute. And it resulted in a terrific result. Stevenage are top of the table. We beat them 3-1 away from home. Hickinson with a goal and Sharman with 2. We then thrashed Dorkin, who are bottom of the table, 4-0. DJ Captain Sturridge with 2. Kellen Hickinson and Harrison Burke also scoring there. And then we were 2-0 up against Hartlepool. And everything was looking brilliant. Glendon and Hickinson on the score sheet, but 3 goals in the last 20 minutes. Meant that Hartlepool won that match and it's completely changed our form again. We took on Dulwich Hamlet, didn't look great. Again, we were 1-0 up, but a 94th minute equaliser for them. And we've cost ourselves 5 points in the last 2 matches. We could have been in 5th position. We're still in 6th. We're still 6 points clear of Dagenham and Redbridge for the playoff positions. But we are starting to cast our eye elsewhere for jobs. Once again, this little wanted signature has come up, and it's a very big club at that. Crewe Alexandra, who are up in League One at the moment. They're in 10th position in League One, still in with an outside chance of playoffs to get up to the Championship. They've got the third or the equal top goal scorer in the division, and of course we know Crewe have got a very, very good youth system, so that would be a really, really attractive job if they were to come in. So on the back of the last couple of results, I thought, why not? Let's throw me hat into the ring. If they want me, let's put my application in, see what happens. I also noticed Portsmouth were looking for a manager. Of course, former Premier League side have had a really rough time of things of recent years, but they're fighting relegation in League One again. That seems like a pretty attractive job offer if it was to come up. So I threw my hat into the ring for that one as well. We didn't bother with... we did bother with Exeter, but they didn't consider it because they've already interviewed their prospective candidates. But we could potentially be moving on. I don't think it's too unrealistic a move. We've had 2 very, very good seasons in the non-league. I don't think it's too much of a step up to League One. Too much of an unbelievable step up anyway. So we'll see. We'll see what happens there. Of course, I'm pretty happy at Chester. I'm definitely happy seeing out this season. I'd want to kind of delay it until the end of the season anyway, in Crewe's case, because realistically they're not going to get promoted. Even if I join them, we're not going to make up a 7-point gap in 8 matches realistically. I don't know, let's have a look at their run until the end of the season. Not many home matches, so, and hey, I'm speaking like I'm going to get the job. The only thing that tempted me into it was this little wanted thing here, so we'll see what happens. But yeah, squad performances anyway. Top goal scorer is Luke Sharman still, with 19 from 31 starts, 11 for Hickinson and 10 each for Caton and Campton Sturridge. Top assists is 7 for Glendon, 6 for Caton, 6 for Sharman, 5 for Campton Sturridge as well. Top average rating is Ekwa with a 7.35. We've got big average ratings from Sharman and Kenyon, who's played 3 matches this season. Kellen Hickinson and Sanders. Burke, of course, up there. Hinchy looking good now. And Easton Evans, who is one of our new signings. We have brought in a couple since the last time you've seen me. We brought in this guy, Scott Quigley, a 33-year-old English striker, just until the end of the season. He's coming from Stockport. Has scored goals at league level over the last few years. Definitely thought it was worth bringing him in for the run-in. I was saying last time we're struggling for goals, and I wanted somebody that would get us 15 goals between now and the end of the season. It's worked out brilliantly, as you can see. You know, no goals in 4 appearances and not very good in general. But, you know, we tried. We also signed this guy, Easton Evans, on a free transfer. He came in from Connors Quay, and he's been pretty good. We needed another centre-back. He's already a leading Vanarama North player, will probably be a good Vanarama National player once he's reached his potential, but has made a good start and is proven good and useful backup for our defenders. And George Miller has come in, 27-year-old Englishman. He's come in on a free transfer from Doncaster. Again, scored goals at League 2 level last season. Just somebody as a little bit of backup because Caton has been off recently through injury. So this is the team that we've got to face South Shields today. A bit of a rotated side, lots and lots of tired players. It's very difficult because we're playing matches every 2 and 3 days at the minute, so it's very, very tricky to keep everybody fit and ready to play. But this is our tactic, so it's a 4-2-1-1-2. We've basically brought back 2 of the central midfielders into a holding midfielder role. Gives us a little bit more defensive stability, and I've certainly noticed that, but later into the match we are struggling somewhat, so we need to keep an eye on that today. But Bobby Jones will start and go with Fallowfield, Evans, Burke and Brooks in defence. We've then got Glendon and Cumbenny in the middle of the in the holding midfielder positions, Finney in the middle of the park, and Kellen Hickinson supporting Campton Sturridge and Luke Sharman up top. So let's get ourselves into it. As I say, I think it's going to be a tricky match against Shields. You know, they're up in the gods of this division. They're in 4th place. They're still predicted to finish top by the bookies. I don't think they're going to quite do it, but they've had a very, very good season, and you know, in the playoffs they're going to be the favourites. There's no doubt about that, and they could get themselves into the Football League, which would be awesome to see. But yeah, you know, we'll see. We will see how we get on. We'll try and play defensively sound football and then hopefully give ourselves a chance on the break. Here's Bobby Jones. He's going to be starting off an attack, hopefully. Look at this. What on earth is this? Clears it. That's over the top. And here's Luke Sharman with a chance. And he chips it over the keeper. And it's 1-0. Luke Sharman with a beautiful little chip over the goalkeeper there. And, ball over the top from Bobby Jones. Nobody seemed interested in it, but Luke Sharman was the first one to wake up and ran after it. And although he was caught by the defender, beautiful little chip over the keeper. 20th goal of the season for him. And it's now Chester 1, South Shields 0. Very, very good. Here's Brooks with the throw-in. Gets it to Sharman now. Sharman to Brooks. And he's lost it now then. This is where we need to be a little bit careful. Hickinson, I thought, could have potentially had another chance there. Wasn't to be. But that's good from George Glendon, who has had a terrific season. Reports-wise, you'd think he's not good enough for this division, but he has really stepped it up and has been one of our best players, quietly best players. Here's Captain Sturridge, and he's starting to get back onto the score sheet as well. Very, very good there, but unlucky, it's offside. I don't know how far offside this must have been. Very, very tight, but a good decision in the end by the assistant ref. But a good finish from Captain Sturridge, that's for sure. Just checking the heading ability of Evans, whether he needs to be in the first defender role, as Burke nearly proved me point there of having that guy in right centre-back. Helm into the middle. Here's Farino, great save. It's bouncing around somehow. We've managed to keep that out. Fallowfield has taken a knock, which is a bit of a problem because we don't really have anyone to play a right back. It says Matty Willock could potentially do it. Let's just have a little look at him. I'm not sure about that. Right. Let's have a little look then. So, let's say we need more possession. And let's have a little look at this. Can Matty Willock play there? Not as good as Sanders. I know Sanders has got... or is tired, but he can come in for the second half at right back. I'm sure he'll be absolutely fine. He'll have to suck it up. Brooks has taken the knock now. Goodness me, what's going on? Brooks has taken a knock. Well, that's a bit more of a problem because we certainly don't have anybody to play left back. So I think Brooks, again, is just going to have to suck it up, I'm afraid. Right. It's a tricky situation. We're 1-0 up. We're playing well, but what can I do to try and solidify this? Caton needs some minutes. He's just come back from injury, so we'll give him 15 minutes just to find himself. Finney's going to come off. We're going to put on Billy Fuster. And he's going to come on as a central midfielder on support. That's fine. Fuster hasn't had many minutes this season. You know, he had a very good second season last year, but unfortunately hasn't been able to build on it. Oh, Harrison Burke puts it into the back of the net. That was unexpected. Beautiful little ball over the top by George Glendon. Let's have another look at this. So Glendon over the top. Burke was there. Free header. Keeper off his line. Very disappointing for him. But it is now 2-0, and surely you would say 3 points in the bag. However, that might not be the case because we have been giving away late goals recently. Here's Penny on the ball now to Perry. Oh, over the top. Well, 5 minutes to go. I don't like this. Straight away, Jones gets it clear. Here's Kilger. And South Shield's building again. Brooks can't do anything with it. Here's Mendez Lang. Oh, well, cut out by Easton Evans there. Now here's Glendon to Fuster now. Glendon gets it wide to Sanders. Sanders on the ball. Go on, son. Gets it forward to Hickinson. Oh, that is a free kick. And it's a red card for Zach Johnson. I think that's a bit harsh. But it's a red card nonetheless, and surely that now seals our fate of 3 points in the bag, and that is exactly what we needed there. And that gets us back on form, and I do like that formation, I really do. And that takes us up to 5th position currently, which is very, very nice. 59 points. It puts us 7 points clear of Yeovil. We have played a game more than them. But generally, we're all right. I mean, you can see how many teams are still in play for the playoffs. I mean, really, everyone down at Ebbsfleet can still get in the playoffs. That's pretty bonkers, isn't it? It's been a very, very close National League season. We've just managed to keep our head above water, keep our head in the playoffs as it stands. Let's have a little look. So Bromley's unbeaten run reaches 10 matches. That's fine. Fallowfield's 2 to 3 days he's going to be out for. When is our Haven't and what? I mean, it's another 3-day break. I'm looking forward to this week off that we seem to get in between the next matches. I'll see you with an amalgamation of players for the Havant and Waterlooville match. Well, what an interesting message from Crewe. So the Crewe Alexandra board have informed you that your application to fill the vacant manager's role cannot be taken further as the Crewe board have been unable to find or reach a compensation agreement with your current employers. They are prepared to put the process on hold for a short period of time. Should you be able to find a different manner of departing, but will eventually be forced to consider their options otherwise, you may be able to persuade your current board to reduce their compensation demands in order for you to be considered for the role. I mean, yeah. Let's head into the meeting then. I feel like saving this just in case this goes all belly up. Welcome. What would you like to discuss? I don't want to do the compromise option. Realistically, what I'm going in there to say is I want permission to speak to Crewe. So let's try and convince... Oh! Hey, awesome. I wasn't expecting that message. So they're reluctant to see us go, but it's clear you want to leave. If Crewe Alexandra offer you a job, we won't stand in your way. Okay. So, right. So they've received the application again. Apparently I've applied. Anything in there? Yeah, I don't know. Let's respond to this. We look at the likes of Jurgen Klopp and think that could be me one day. Because, of course, he would manage Crewe Alexandra, but we will say that. And let's see, is there going to be an interview coming up? Not yet. By the way, Glendon is about to break the assists record. Or, well, he's not about to, but soon he might, which is fine. Apparently, we're favourites for the Havant and Waterlooville match. Let's go on. Let's keep our minds focused on that for now. Okay, then, a few changes for this Havant and Waterlooville match. Let's introduce you to the 11. So we've got Bobby Jones in goal, Thomas, Burke, Evans, and Ekwaralimbi in defence. We've then got Glendon and Hinchy as our defensive midfielders, with Finney in the middle of the park, and Callan Hickinson starting behind Campton Sturridge and Charlie Caton up top. So let's get into the action. For some reason, it just automatically goes past that point now. I don't get to read what they're all saying about the match, but let's get into it. Havant and Waterlooville have had an awful run of form and have dropped massively out of the playoff picture. If you remember at the start of the season, they were well up there. So I think this is actually a decent draw for us because we're in reasonable form, not the best form, but they're in awful form. So let's see if we can get through to the semi-final. It would be awesome if we could, and try and keep our hat in the ring of winning our first trophy of the series. But Foster comes out to collect. Now here's Joseph on the ball to Shepherd on this right-hand side. Can we get that back? I love this pressing that we're doing now. Oh, Hinchy with a beautiful tackle and now running down this left-hand side. Is he going to whip it in? He gets it to Ekwaralimbi now. Here's George Glendon to Finney to Thomas. Oh, it's off the bar. Is it in? It is. Oh, it is in. Well, that looked like it was going to stay out, and that would have been so unlucky for Joe Thomas there. But it was Ekwaralimbi, got it into Glendon, then to Finney to Thomas, couple of touches, off the bar, and it just sort of spun into the net. Beautiful. And 1-0. So 15 minutes into this match, already 1-0 up. Here comes Glendon with the corner kick. Can Harrison Burke make it 2? He whips it in. It's Harrison Burke. And now, wow, that was just a whisker past the post. This is an excellent start to the match for us in this quarter-final. And we just seem to be so much more confident playing this system. And I don't know what it is, but we're doing a really, really good job. But coming up on half-time now. We certainly don't want to concede just bore it. Here's Thomas, Glendon. Thomas gets it forward towards Caton, who's looking a little leggy already. Header from Burke, Hickinson. Shepherd, it feels like the sort of highlight where they're going to score right at the end of it. Oh, wow. And from that position, we just do not seem to be able to pull off a save. And I don't know. Do we need to play with a sweeper keeper? Is that what it is? Is that what we need to do? I really don't know. But I think that was against the run of play. You know, we had a very good first half of football. Let's try not to be too down about it. Evans gets it forward towards Captain Sturridge now. Captain Sturridge still going with the shot. Great save by Foster there. But Captain Sturridge looks to be back. And that's wonderful. He had a terrific end to last season. Here's Glendon. Gets it in. Hinchy over the bar. Unlucky there. Very unlucky. So let's keep going. We have agreed extra time as well, so it could go to extra time and penalties this match. Joseph gets it across to Evans now. Evans clear. Captain Sturridge, no. Agapong. Well done, Bobby Jones. Good stuff. Right. Let's keep going then. Cleared from Bobby Jones all the way to Caton. Well controlled. Here's Thomas over the top towards Captain Sturridge now. Captain Sturridge. How was that missed? Very unlucky. Right. We're going to bring Quigley on. I think we're going to bring Horatio on as well. Hickinson not having the best of times. So we're going to go for a cap double. Here's Hickinson. Now to Evans. Evans over the top towards Caton. This is Charlie Caton's chance. Yes! Well done. Charlie Caton scores. And we're now 2-1 up in this match. And now I think we need to go cautious. We'll continue with those changes because those two still weren't playing well. Although I think it might have been Hickinson over the top to get the assist, mightn't it? I don't know. No, apparently it was Evans. So 5 minutes to go. Hinchy potentially is going to come off for Kumbenny. He has none. Critchlow. Oh, it's away by Thomas. And now Caton. Caton running. This is a good run. He shoots. A long way off with that. The keeper was off his line though, to be fair. Right, let's bring Kumbenny on to try and bring the clock down. Glendon gets it into the middle. Oh, it's off the bar from Burke. Unlucky there. That could have sealed our place in the semi-final. And there we go. It is full time. And we have pulled off a brilliant cup run here. You know, we're into the semi-final. We've got every chance of going on and winning this competition. Horsham, not even in the playable leagues. They got to the quarterfinals as well. Chesterfield are through, and it looks like Welling and Oldham are going to be playing a replay. But yes, we are through at the semi-final, which is very, very good indeed. We still haven't heard anything from Crewe, so I don't know what's happening there. Are we still wanted by them? Yes, so we are still wanted by them. I don't think Portsmouth are going to bother with us. We're still not favourite for that job. Mark Bonner is favourite for the Crewe job, which is interesting. Paul Cook, who's Chesterfield manager, interesting. He's favourite for the Pompey job. But yes, we'll have to find out next time if we get a job offer. I'm not going to really advertise when we're going to come back, because realistically, if I don't hear back from Crewe, it'll be the FA Trophy semi-final. Looks like a two-legged affair. We don't need these extra matches, but hey, we love a good cup run. But if you have enjoyed it, give it a big thumbs up down below. Subscribe for plenty more Football Manager videos. And I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Thanks for watching, and goodbye.